Greetings YouTube, Simon here, and welcome to another episode of Final Fantasy VIII Remastered. Yay! You know, to be honest, I thought we'd just get a cheeky video in before I took in for the evening. And you know what? I thought it's time. Yep, time since we've gone through most of the game at low level, now that we've gone ahead and unlocked Cactuar, to actually start levelling our party. And we've got access to a whole host of plus stat boosting abilities now, which we can equip. So yeah, let's start leveling and make the most of those permanent stat boosts that our GFs will give us at this point in the game. And just before we get started, I want to give a massive shout out to all of my YouTube members and all of my patrons. And at this time, a special shout out in particular to Kieran Murphy, who is our latest tier 2 patron. So thank you so much, folks, for your support. Now what I've done is come over here to the island closest to heaven, which is available from this free once you've gained access to the Ragnarok. You could also go to the island closest to hell, which is over here. I think it's this little island. Both fulfill the same purpose. You can also run around both of these islands and notice that there's a multitude of draw points as well. There's like 35 or something on each one. See? Full life. And the good thing is, the draw points are all full of high-level magics. Ultimas, full lives, auras, meteors, flares, you name it, they've got it. You might do better off like just turning off turbo speed or whatever, but hey, I'm not going ahead to do draws at this point. I'm just showing you that you can do if you want to. Now, in terms of the enemies here, the reason why we're here to level up, they're all level 100. You haven't got to cast level up on them or anything like that. It doesn't matter what level your party are. On both of these two islands, the enemies are fixed at level 100, which, yes, means glorious amounts of experience. Now, in terms of strategy, because obviously we want to get through battles as quickly as possible here, what I recommend is having Quistis in the party so that she can cast limit breaks and have her cast her Degenerator limit break, which will eject enemies, completing battles pretty much immediately and yet giving us full amounts of experience. And on top of that, make sure that somebody has the initiative ability, and of course give your characters a whole bunch of bonuses so that they can actually start making the most out of those GF abilities and start getting permanent boost to stats. And then when you're ready, go ahead and save your game, just in case anything bad should happen. I'm sure it wouldn't, but you never know. And that's pretty much it. All we're going to do then is start fighting. Traditional Final Fantasy, JRPG stuff really. Right, oh, one heads up. One of the enemies that can spawn here is the nasty Mulbra, so for goodness sake, make sure you're guarding against all the debilitating status effects like Confuse, what else is the Berserk, all of that nasty stuff. Right, let's go ahead and degenerate this Ochu enemy. With the Initiate ability equipped, it should make things a lot easier, since you should hopefully get an attack off before the enemy can even do anything, and as you can see, that means ejecting the enemy. Look at that. Lots of experience. Lots of experience. I love it. Oh, I've just thought our Guardian forces are going to be levelling up pretty mentally as well, aren't they? Since they've been pretty freaking neglected as well up until this point. And just make sure you save frequently. Obviously, these enemies are high level, which does thus mean that they're going to occasionally get the swing on you, which also means you might end up getting game over if you don't pay attention. Now, as you get higher level, you'll find, of course, that your experience gains will decrease. But that's just, you know, what's going to happen. Fortunately, levelling up in Final Fantasy VIII is not a slow affair by any stretch of the imagination. And just a heads up as well, make sure you've got multiple saves going, just in case you change your mind about levelling up at this point. But there's really no need to hold back now, in my opinion. And of course, we can just go for the good old battle enhancement. Seeing as how this is a farming session. Hey, we got Kamikaze. This is a farming session, so why not? Look how fast we're getting through these encounters now. As you can see, it's not going to take us long with triple speed. And with battle enhancement on to actually max our levels out completely. And even our Guardian forces are going to be absolutely OP by the end of this. Oh, I'm loving it. Boing. Yeah, you heal us, dude. It's very kind of you. Well, I think we'll go for a save game after this one, since how we know in our 30s. So we're about level 50 now. Thought we'd have a change of pace. I've come over to this, which is the island closest to hell. And we're going to go ahead and see what we've got here. Now, you will get different enemy encounters than on the other island, but it's pretty much the same spiel. A lot of experience, a lot of high-level monsters, and a lot of draw points as well. And the good thing is, a lot of the items that you're going to be getting on both of these islands, really, from the various drops, are going to be useful for various things as well. So if there's like weapons that you haven't got, or magics that you need to refine, or whatever the case may be, before you start farming for the stuff that you're going to need, just do your leveling first. You'll be surprised at what items you end up with by the end of the farm session. And don't forget as well that this island also... this island also has a load of draw points. So, just bear that in mind. Oh man, those Moldras, they're horrible, aren't they? Horrible, 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 horrible. If bad breath does go off, hopefully you've set Quistis up to handle, like I say, the debilitating effects as I have, but still just need to throw a few remedies around afterwards to make sure it's not going to interfere with future battles. Hello T-Rexor, we've got a big history, you and I, haven't we? Couldn't do that at the start of the game. So I'm just about reaching the end of the farm now. I've got all 3 of my active party members at level 100, only Selfie to go in fact. One of the things you're going to notice is that Quistis is going to level to 100 first, and that's simply because the person that gets the finishing attack gets a bit of an experience bonus as well. I think it's about 15% extra or something around that anyhow. So obviously because she's casting Degenerator, she's always going to be getting that bonus. So it's up to you when she gets level 100 whether or not you swap her out for somebody else. Obviously that's going to slow down battle substantially because you won't be one-shotting things then, so I didn't bother, but you can do so if you want. Also, as a note, I did make my way back over to the island closest to heaven, simply because of the fact that you get more curse spikes due to the fact that Moldra can spawn along with Triface, whereas on the other island only Moldra can spawn, Triface cannot. And of course curse spikes are just awesome because they can refine into dark matter. And I already actually refined a dark matter during this farm, which has taken me about 40 minutes, I would say. So not too long at all. 40 minutes, I was level 11 when we started, level 9 on Selfie. And they're all about to be level 100. Yeah, there we go. I'm not going to bother with the reserve party members right now. We've got all 3 of our party members there on level 100. And look at that. Squall has 255 strength, which is really nice. That's without any of the plus strength abilities, of course, since we've just been using the bonus abilities. And he's still on 255. He's got over 200 vitality and close to 200 magic and spirit, thanks to those plus bonus abilities. Because of those permanent stats, he's now got about plus 80 extra in each, along with our other party members having those as well, which is a real bonus, no pun intended. So it's a really good idea to get this farm done. Now, you don't have to, of course. You can wait until later. Historically, I've generally waited until this 4, but I also want to start farming energy crystals, and we do need to be high level before we can do that. And I'll explain why in the next video, because there's a great farm we're going to be able to do for those. But anyway, folks, I hope this video has helped you. Hey, it feels good to be leveling at last after we've held off for so long. But yeah, are you going to be leveling now? Let me know in the comments section, and also how long it takes you. I think just under 40 minutes for me to get to level 100 there, so not too bad at all, thanks to the remastered toggles that we can put on. But yeah, thanks for checking out the video, guys. Have a wonderful day. Gonna go get some sleep now. Shattered. Right, see you soon. See you in the next episode. Goodbye.